Um. This was a question I wanted to ask. I actually thought of this the other day. What did you learn anything new during the pandemic? Did you do? Fuck off! I have a reason for this.
I did learn something.
What did you do?
I learned how much I was holding my farts in before the pandemic. Because when you spend like 99% of your time in your own home, you don't ever have to hold them in.
That's true.
You just let them rip immediately. And I realized I was going like entire days, like consciously spending mental effort holding in, like exerting more mental energy holding in farts than like in any of my classes that I was teaching or taking.
What classes do you teach? Tell me about your hopes and dreams.
It's not related to classes or anything. In
Tell me your hopes
academia
and dreams besides becoming wildly rich because of this.
My hopes and dreams, I don't know. I don't really have any.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because as you get older, it only becomes more apparent what a waste of time all that is. This is not going fantastic for you.
No,
okay.
I am not paying attention. Yeah. I was talking about farts. I was, again, spending more mental energy on farts than anything I was presently doing.
Stop. Oh, no. Can I hit you from here?
I don't think you can.
Oh.
Fuck.
That was weird.
That was dumb. It just, like, bounced off. What was that shit?
It did float really strangely.
Oh, I had such a good opportunity to... yeah, but that's what I learned in the pandemic. I bought a bunch of shit that I thought I was gonna spend the time and effort learning.
Oh,
but,
what did you try to buy? Or what did you buy that you wasted money on?
I bought a loop machine for $500 fucking dollars.
Jesus Christ!
Played with it for a week, and then put it in its box. I haven't touched it since.
Oh my God! I wish I had known that. Why don't you sell it or trade it for something
because
use?
I still think it's cool and I want to learn how to use it, but I'm too lazy.
If you didn't learn when you were sitting in your house for 100 years, what do you think is going to happen now?
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, the reason why I thought of that is because we were talking. I tried to read more during it. I tried to be a better person. It didn't work. I'm certainly not a better person, but I did read a couple books at least.
Yeah.
And then I started playing piano a little bit.
Yeah.
Which didn't work out for me either, because I'm not very good at that.
It's hard to be good at piano.
It is. Well, that's actually, yeah.
It's a different kind of instrument than a lot of other instruments are.
Between you playing piano and Jeff, I'm kind of like, did you really just tell me that it's more difficult? And
I didn't say more difficult. I just said it's different.
Oh, I thought you said it's more difficult. I was like,
no, I meant it's a different type of musical knowledge and dexterity than the guitar.
Yeah,
I know because it's been hard for me to try to learn the guitar. It's such a different language than piano is.
But I feel like it's almost, I mean, it's not better or worse, but I feel like being good at piano is you walk into a place that has a piano and boom, you're good. You can do something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It is a good solo instrument.
That
more
too.
So than a lot of, other things that people play.
Between you playing piano and Jeff.
Why are you facing that way? Why did you do that to me?
That was a bad idea. Between you guys both playing piano around me, I was like, I wish I should be good at that. I'm I probably won't be, but I'm better than people who can't play it at all. So.
That's true.
It's pretty good.
That's true if you can do anything badly, you're better at someone who can't do it at all.
That's like how you had your Nick Offerman dream when he gave you life advice.
Uh-huh.
Do you... You're a fucking piece of shit. Do you find that a lot of your dreams... I don't want to talk about your dreams again, although I kind of do. But I was going to say, do you find that a lot of your dreams impart life advice for you?
No. Not at all.
Who has anybody ever given you... That's a good question. Because I don't even know my own answer. Has anybody actually given you life advice that you've taken?
That is a good question.
I know. Now it's... See, look, now we're a podcast. Now we're adults. We're talking about adult shit.
Yeah, I guess
We didn't say anything about farting or shitting or jerking off or any of the typical things that we talk about. That's called growth, okay? It's also called variety. So the
Yeah.
people who were not a fan of
Our usual content.
Kevin jerks off to weird surgery dream will be a big fan of who got good life advice and
Yeah.
from who. Have you gotten good life advice?
I'm sure I have.
Well, if you can't tell me what it is, that means
Maybe
the answer
not.
is no.
No, nothing that in particular that comes to mind is, oh, that was really changed my life, you know?
I'll give you some life advice right now.
Okay, let me have it.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
You're not as funny as you think you are. No,
Have told me that before.
no, that's not my life advice. My life advice for you is that you're handsome and to please stop doing that move.
No.
The little slide thing.
Stop doing everything that you
I
do.
don't like it. Oh my fucking god. Are you fucking kidding me with this? Good. Glad that happened to you.
That was bullshit.
I had a professor that I really liked give me good life advice. He was the professor that made me want to be a professor before I totally gave up on that because it seemed like a bad idea.
Where was it? At not I presume.
Oh, don't name drop.
Sorry, I'll bleep
You
that.
can bleep it.
Yeah.
You also, I've meant to tell you too, you should continually do the thing where you bleep random words to make it sound like no, it wasn't. It was, and you don't have to bleep this. I went to college in a place in New York called Oneonta, and there were...
Oh, how'd that not hit you?
Because you didn't do a good job.
Oh, my God.
You have to do a better job. If you do a better job, everything will work out for you. Whoops. Whoops. Wow.
Oh, you better not shoot me, you
Oh,
stupid
fuck.
spaceship.
I think I'm dead.
Better.
I'm dead. Yeah, and
Fuck, I hate all of your projectiles so
you've mentioned
much.
that several times.
I know,
actually, yeah.
it's worth repeating.
worth repeating. Yeah, no, it was a professor that I had in Oneonta, and he was a very nice man, and he was very smart and intelligent and handsome. And he was like, we went out for like a drink, like right before I finished college, and he was like, oh, you know, what are you gonna do? And I was like, I'd really like to do something like this or something like that maybe, or I don't know. And he was talking a lot about how he brewed beer and he was like really good at it.
I think you told me about this guy before.
Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
I think I remember that.
He was all about beer brewing, which was funny because he was like, "Come try my beer," and I was like, "I actually don't drink beer at all." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "I'll drink alcohol." And he was like, "Okay, cool." But anyways, he was like, I see a lot of people who try to make sure that like they fight really hard for their passion to be their job, like, you know, so because he got offered like a full-time job being a brewer, or what is it called?
Brewmaster.
Sure, something like that.
Yeah.
And he didn't take it, and he was like, I don't know, I should have done it. And I was like, well, why didn't you? And he's like, because I love doing it, and if I started doing it as a job, I might not love it. And I was like, that's a like hard choice to make, I assume.
It is, but I think it bears a lot of truth. Music was my passion, like going into college, and I like took a couple music classes. My
Yeah, I did that too.
Who can like? I just have to accept that I'm getting fucked up.
No, you've won in this exact matchup before.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Maybe on a custom course and you didn't know what you were doing. But
maybe.
anyways, took a couple music classes thinking I would make it my major in hopes of making it a career.
What did you want to do as a career, though?
I wasn't sure yet. Like maybe do like composition in some capacity, but I like took a music performance class and some other music class, and I fucking hated it.
What did you not like about it? It's just weird because it's like if
it was
that,
like the
that
idea
matches,
that like
right?
music can only be performed correctly one way was something that I could not get behind at all. And that's so much of what like music performance in the college setting is like learning how to execute a piece exactly how it is written, and I don't think, you know, that's what music should be about. Yeah.
See, it's funny. I
get that that's just a class. It's not necessarily what a career in music would be.
But
I think it just made me realize that like taking this seriously in any kind of professional context
might lead to
was
a
gonna like make
situation.
me not enjoy it as much.
Yeah. Well, I had like the opposite thing where I went to, I mean, the same school obviously, but I was like, oh, you know, they have this like what the fuck was it called? Music industry major. Like they had a pretty decent music program allegedly, and then they had this music industry major, and I was like, well, that sounds interesting. Like, and also it sounds like a job version of some stuff that I might like to do. And I first of all I had to take a business class, and that was
How did that get me? Okay, sorry.
It's got a big old thing. But I was in that. First of all, I had to take business classes, which did not track. I didn't have that particular. I don't have a very mathematical sense about me, for one. But so I was in some classes that I hated and some that I liked, and I really just was like, oh, you know, a lot of these people know so much more about music and are, you know, quote unquote better than me at music. Which at the time they absolutely were, but that's, you know, I think as you grow out of that a little bit, you don't really think about it. But point being, I completely was like, you know what? I'm not good enough to be doing this. I don't know enough of what I would do to commit to it. And also I was like, it seems like everybody who really wants to do this is going to live in the city or in LA, and I didn't want to do that either. And I didn't think I was good enough. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. And then ironically, I started playing with somebody who taught me like the beginnings of music. And then I, you know, obviously not amazing by any means, but I know it's happening sometimes. But yeah, because that kind of decision bummed me out for a little while, because I was like, you know, if I had not been in my own head about if I was good or not, I might have still done that. And, you know, could have potentially been doing something with music instead of not.
Yeah, no, I get it. I did a lot of the same. Like, that oh, sorry, I'll bleep that again. Well, this is not like shitting on Wake or anything.
No, but they would also, I mean, actually it doesn't matter. We said we were in Winston-Salem.
Yeah,
so I
probably
guess
figured
it
out.
doesn't matter.
I like took a class on fucking finally. Took a class on like the history of the sitcom, and a lot of it was like about sitcom writing and the industry and stuff. And at the time, I thought that like I might try to go out to LA after graduating and get a job writing for a TV show. Was another thing that like I'd always dreamed of doing that I thought
I feel
would
like
be...
you could do that actually.
Well, we in the course of the class, like we ended up talking to a lot of this professor's former students who were now in the industry and working out there and stuff, and everything they had to say about it was just so depressing and soul crushing.
Isn't that kind
and
of
it's
funny
another
that
one of
they
those
would
things
do that though?
Yeah, that like
because weren't they trying to not sell it, but weren't they like trying?
Well,
to
no,
be
like part of the whole deal is like especially in comedy is that it's a competition. Everyone's trying to climb to the top of the same ladder, and so there's like this kind of cutthroat vibe where, you know, in the writer's room, no one's ever going to laugh at any of your jokes. They're constantly going to try and undermine you.
Well, fuck, that sounds
stuff
awful.
like that. Yeah, and it just seems so cutthroat in a way that like I could not like get behind. It's like this is not what this art form should be about, and I don't know. So that was another thing that like, you know, I love this kind of stuff. I love creative writing and, you know, watching, you know. Shit, I lost my train of thought for a second.
Yeah, I get it
But
though.
you know
like
what I'm talking
comedy
about.
shit.
That
type of
it's
shit.
just like pursuing the industry would destroy my love of the art thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I say that, and then at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think you really know until you're actually trying to do something, because it's like, I don't know. You get stuck in doing shit that, I mean, you are. I don't know that I would say you're absolutely over it, but it seems like you're a little bit disillusioned with grad school.
Absolutely. That's the irony of it, is like I settled on this like grad degree thing as a plan B, like, oh, you know what, being a professor sounds cool, like it's rewarding, I like teaching, it would like give me the leisurely lifestyle that I would like, and I'm also not willing to like submit myself to this cutthroat world in LA where you spend 10 years barely scraping by, to like have no guarantee to actually make it to where you want to be at the end of the day, and everyone's terrible. So I'm gonna go do this academia thing instead, and it's the same fucking thing, only I hate it more than I would TV.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have a friend who I love, and really super like hung out all the time in elementary school, and you know, ever since college, people move and whatnot. But he had some job. I don't even remember what it was, but he like it paid well, and he didn't hate it, but he was like, it's boring, and I can do whatever.
Yeah.
And he started. It's funny because if my friend Scott listens to this, he's going to be like, you have absolutely no idea what we do. And I don't. But the point is, he started, I think it started out, he was like publishing books on Amazon. Like literally somehow acting as like a publishing company. I have no idea. But like his first job was like, well, we'll actually pay you more to stay. And he was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. And he was still miserable. So he just kept doing that other thing. And he was like, ended up being able to like build a company from the ground on his complete own terms. That's like a legit thing now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I bet you he never, or most people who find themselves in that position, never think that they're going to be able to do something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why that's the other part of me that's like, well, maybe it's better to just try to do something, and even if it gets fucked up, at least you tried.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you kind of feel like that clock runs out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Especially once you've already done other shit.
Yeah. It's like, I know, you know, sunk cost fallacy. It's not an actual thing, but like it's totally.
It feels pretty real.
Uh-huh.
How did that not kill me?
So long, and I've invested so much time that could have been spent doing so many other things, actually making money, et cetera, that like I'm not quitting now because
especially too because you're doing like the highest version of the thing that everybody tells you you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like nobody's like, oh, nobody sits there and goes like, oh yeah, getting a PhD is a waste of time.
I'm saying that right now
but
to anyone who's listening.
What if it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, people are like, oh, you know, at least getting your master's, like it's never a waste of time. And I'm like, duh.
Yeah.
It completely is. But, you know, and that's also me. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of people who have gone and gotten degrees in very specific things, and then were like, went on to do their dream job or whatever.
I think it is, to an extent, very dependent on, you know, what program you're in, where you're at, what degree you're getting.
Why would you pick this place? You have nowhere to hide.
Because it's flat.
Okay. Sorry, you were having a thought.
I forgot what I was saying already. It's dependent on like degree, but like I don't know. I just have become so disillusioned with academia to the point that like I can't envision what would have made this worth it.
Well, and that's actually, it's funny. Again, for context, the way that Kevin and I actually met was because I went to this grad program, and he was in the second year of the grad program, and I was entering the first. And they did this thing, and they were like, "Here's your buddy, your grad buddy." And in retrospect, now I realize, because they were like, "Who are the two people who are the least likely to enjoy themselves here?" And he was like, or alternatively, the two biggest misfits. And they're like, well,
probably.
Honestly, I'm not even joking. I really do think that was the match.
I think
there.
Ron was the one who paired people up.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he had the insight to notice that.
I'm sure. Oh my God, Kev, you're gonna win.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
There's
I feel
no
it.
way.
I feel it coming. It's the perfect combination of I'm light and floaty, and you're big, and the whole map is weird, and you're gonna do it. I'm not gonna let you, but I hope you do. You won't be as mad. But anyways, don't do that shit. That's how we met, and then it, like, a lot of things just came together where I was like, you know, already kind of being like, this seems like kind of a shitty thing, and Kevin tried very hard to not paint my perception of it to be shitty. I think you did kind of let me come to that on my own. but
Yeah.
it definitely was, and
Yeah.
that too, and then also the whole thing where we were like, oh, do you play music? And you're like, actually, I do, and then I found out you were lying because you don't, you know. I actually think I asked you if you played bass, and you were like, yeah, sure. God damn it. Fuck, Kev, I'm so mad right now. This is going to be hilarious when I lose for the first time and I'm legitimately angry. That's absolutely what's going to happen, by the way.
After we open this whole thing, you tell me how terrible of a loser I am.
I told you, just smash. It's the only thing that I pride myself on, that I've
Yeah.
ever prided myself on in my life. But yeah, that was how we actually met, and then I remember being like this. I was disillusioned with it almost immediately, and I remember talking to you, and you were like, because I remember being like, is it just my like year or whatever, or is it, you know, what's the deal? And you were just like, no, it's absolutely that way for everybody. And I was like, God, that sucks.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about trying to go on to get a PhD too, and then I was like, well, I don't want to be in more debt, and also I hated this already, so yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a bummer. It's like,
It is.
What are?
It's like academia is this field that has this idealistic kind of vision of itself as this place of higher education and enlightenment, where people who are, you know, who are there for the pursuit of knowledge can come and talk about important issues
sounded
and
like
stuff
Trump
like
when he
that.
said pursuit of knowledge, by the way.
Oh God. And it's not that at all. It's not
Yeah.
about it, like not even in the slightest.
You actually
And it's
said this to
Just
me,
discouraging.
and I was like, that's really accurate. The whole thing where you were like, the whole thing should ostensibly be about, like you said, learning and growing, and you know, it shouldn't. Same thing you're saying about the TV writing and shit. It's like it becomes so like cutthroat and everything, and it was the exact same issue. And you said, I remember we were talking about it, and you're like, oh yeah, the whole like model of it is to be excessively critical of each other, and then try to make your criticism seem smarter than everybody else's.
Yeah, that's exactly
Which
it.
is so like, but that I feel like that's everything now too, which is the other problem. So that's why no one is allowed to be critical of this.
Oh, why did I jump? Yeah, it really is.
You can only watch this if you enjoy it, and if you say anything mean, you're not allowed to watch it. And nobody ever says anything mean on the internet, though, so it's fine.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that is. What are you doing? Oh. I have been trying to be more like, less. God damn it! I'm saying this as I'm gonna be fucking furious if you win. I will do that all day long.
No, I get it. I'm also. I know what you're saying. I'm also trying to be less of a terrible loser. Not at this specifically, but like, like I mentioned, I lost terribly to Luisa at pickleball earlier, and my first response was to get like really like pissed off, not at her but at myself for blowing a 9-1 lead. And then on the way home, I was
you really
like,
can't let this go.
right? No, I can't. I had to like actively force myself to
not be upset.
Yeah.
Did you just lose your train of thought because you were really excited when you?
I lost my train of thought, and then halfway through, I was like, "This is boring. Why am I talking about this again?"
No,
we were on a
this
more
is
interesting topic.
Interesting. I mean, I do think it's worth like. I think this is one of those things that.
Fuck.
Oh my god. Oh, that's true. This is the first time you haven't fucked up as him and killed you. God damn it. We're so close to each other, and it's making me upset. Oh my god, I'm so far away from my mic. I fucked up. I forgot that we were recording.
I'll boost you.
No! Piss everywhere. I'm the wind maker.
The windbreaker.
The windbreaker. No, I do think it's one of those things where it's like, I feel it almost feels like that sentiment has sort of eked into everything. Like,
What sentiment again?
just the idea that everything is so critical and so negative all the time. It's like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, how are you supposed to make decisions about anything when everything is a bad decision?
Yeah.
Like that. Like doing what you just did. Oh my god, you're gonna win. No, no, no. Oh my god. I'm gonna be so... I really have to pay attention. Oh, no, no, no. Trick.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
God.
a little too soon.
No, no, no. All right, hold on. I gotta get my shit. I gotta get my shit
can't
together
talk
here.
anymore.
Yeah, I can't talk.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. It's,
Okay, pull.
mess that up.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
now
gonna blow
this is-
this. I'm gonna absolutely blow it now.
No, you're not.
Been playing an ace game and
Emily got home. That's what that is. It's not a ghost. Did you ever find out if there's ghosts in your house?
the ghosts don't exist.
What? Of course they do. If ghosts don't exist, how do you explain me? Fucking
I haven't been here this whole time.
God. I'm a figment of your imagination. No! Do not even do it.
Fuck. This is tense.
I know, I'm fucking terrified right now. Did you see my frantic?
Oh no. I'm gonna blow it. I know.
No! Oh! Oh.
Oh, you're so God.
Did you hear me actually gasp?
Yeah.
No, 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 no.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god. Is this the first time? No!
Oh no!
Is this the first time?
Yes! Oh, it finally happened. Oh, you stupid fucker! I beat you. Oh God. It's a good course.
That whole thing is actually the reason why I wanted to do this to begin with.
Oh yeah, to talk about that stuff.
Well, not to be on a like a fucking pedestal, like put myself on this like soapbox about it, but just to kind of be like doing something that's unrelated to work or unrelated to like,
Yeah.
you know, trying to. I told you this is like,
Mhm.
you know, sit in a room with like a bunch of musical shit and like, yeah, you play around and yeah, you do it, but you're never actually like, if you don't make anything, you know, like, not that you have to, like a hobby should not be measured by its output,
Mhm.
but
right.
in my case, because of the lack of direction with it, I was kind of like, oh well, you know, I'm not really making anything of this time, you know, and that's the same reason why I wanted to do this, because I was like, it's fun to sit around and do this, and even if it's not that funny or that interesting, it's just kind of, oh, fucking God, if you win this too, oh my
Oh,
God,
I'm not gonna win 2 in a row. That's there's no
unheard
way.
of.
Yeah.
If you keep doing that, you won't. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get it.
I just
think
felt like
having-
it would be fun to make something,
Yeah.
you know, and if it ends up being seen by 5 people, if it ends up being seen by no people, it's God, you know, I hate what you've learned in terms of standing on the edge and being an asshole, because that's really, God damn it. Yeah, that's.
Oh, fuck off.
That's literally why I was kind of like, let's make something and see if it comes out.
Yeah.
And that's why jamming lately has been so good.
Yeah.
It's just fun. It's just good to do something that is productive outside of work, which is not really that productive.
Yeah.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
Not whatever I'm on track to being. Ideally healthy and alive, which also needs some
Debatable.
adjustments to reach that point.
Stop.
Oh my God. You have no right to complain about like cheap play styles when you just spam with your arrows and your boomerang and your bombs.
I hit
like,
you with a sword sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah, but I didn't make this game. Talk to the guy who made the game.
You are only responsible for your own actions, Luke. And right now, you should be evaluating those.
I don't want to. Boink. See? Sword. Oh, no. I think you should exclusively be DDD. First of all, because he's funnier. Second of all, because it's the only person you've ever won with.
Yeah. Well, that's no fun. You can't just be DDD.
Yeah, but I guess that's true. What's your problem?
What's my problem?
Yeah, why are you the way that you are?
With what?
Everything. Why don't you be better?
Well, so I like to eat and drink too much.
Do you want to talk about how many eggs I eat? Seems to be a pretty popular one. See,
I did in my last checkup when I learned that my health was like the worst that it's ever been.
And now we're invariably at I'm unhealthy.
Yeah, that's another recurring topic. I when I went home and talked to Louisa, who for our listeners is a PA, so she's knows about this stuff too.
Whoops. We might have to do one more after this because this one's going very quickly.
And was talking about my conversation with my doctor about forming healthier habits and all this. I'm fucking 12 years old. And I legitimately started to get extremely upset just talking about not being able to eat whatever I want whenever I want and not being able to drink as much as I want to, because those are some of the only things that bring me
good things
consistent joy on a daily basis.
I mean, that's fair.
If I can't eat cheeseburgers, then what's the fucking point?
I'd
rather live a shorter amount of time eating what I want than eat a bunch of shit to live longer to eat more shit.
That's very mature. I don't actually think this isn't. We're probably just going to talk about how unhealthy we are for the rest of the time. But no, one of the things that this is not. I mean, yes, I guess this is being unhealthy, but it's also just kind of funny. I have that thing with the whatever it is, the esophagus thing, where it's not good or whatever. It's fine. I can do whatever I want. I can eat and everything. But one of the things that I did, they were like, oh, you can take a there's commercial allergy or sensitivity tests that tell you what foods you're sensitive to.
Yeah.
And it's whoops.
Oh,
they're it doesn't mean that you're allergic to those things. We do have to do one more.
Okay.
But they were it doesn't mean you're allergic to these things. It just means that they could trigger reactions or make you feel shitty or whatever, or give you headaches or whatnot. But so I did that, and it was you're sensitive to eggs. And it made a distinction between egg whites and egg yolks. So it was the top things that I was sensitive to was eggs, dairy, gluten. And I'm that's all food.
Yeah. Right? I sit here
it
calculating, all right, what are the things that are going to help me avoid gout flare-ups? What are the things that are going to bring my blood pressure down? What are the things that are going to keep my cholesterol in control? It's I can't eat anything. Between those three things plus weight, every single food is on the list. So I should probably just kill myself now.
Yeah, that for sure. But it was so funny because I was well, the little directions are stop eating all these things and then add one back in per month. And I was
sounds like a miserable way to live.
It does, and that's why I didn't do it. And that's why I was just whatever, it's fine. I'll be fine. Oh, what the fuck?
Speaking of being sick and dying and old and
yep, all the things that we are.
And food that we wish we could eat more of. Meatloaf is dead.
Yeah, because he wouldn't get a vaccine.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was so crazy until after he died, and I was reading about him, and I'm like, oh, fuck, Meatloaf.
I know,
Why
what
is
a
it
bummer,
that,
right? Everybody
I fucking love Meatloaf. Bat Out of Hell is, probably one of my top, 10 favorite albums, and I didn't realize he was, buddies with Trump, and...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was on The Celebrity Apprentice, pre-Trump's political career, and, they formed a friendship on that, and... He
that
did some fundraising and stuff for him.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
Oh no, what a bummer.
Yeah, I know, right?
He was. You've obviously seen the Pick of Destiny, right?
Yeah. You made me watch it.
Oh, did we watch that together?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did. It was fun.
By that, do you mean it's the best movie that was ever made?
Probably.
Fuck.
But yeah, Meatloaf.
That's a bummer.
Great music, not so great a person, sadly.
Wow, he might have been nice.
Yeah.
Except,
like
I
don't know why so many old people's brains just have to turn to mush.
Does Meatloaf break with your theory that everybody stops making good music at some point?
I haven't listened to like his later stuff that he made when he was
older. Has later stuff.
I think he has stuff from like within the last like decade at least. I didn't know you could eat that stuff.
I can eat anything. Didn't you hear me before about the sensitivities?
God. Oh fuck.
This episode's 43 minutes now, so
What else
have
should we
fun
talk
editing
about?
that. Nothing. There's nothing else to talk about. This is the last episode. No, I don't know. What's your problem? Why are you?
You've asked me that already.
Well, answer, and then I won't have to ask you anymore.
I thought we dealt with this already.
Did we? What are you doing?
Oh fuck! I don't. What did I thought I was you for a second. That happened so fast. I thought I went the other way.
Actually, no. I was gonna kill myself to make it even, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
It's stupid. You can't give up now. You have to still fight. You have to try.
No. What's the point?
Whoops.
Okay. A lot of help that did me.
You ruined the show with your attitude. No, fuck it. This is too long. Let's just get to the end here where I win, and then that's the end.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Yes!
Oh no! All right.
Okay, cool.
Fuck it. Oh
Well,
my god.
Thank you, everyone. And fuck.